not necessarily the end all be all. Okay, so all of the go live notifications are up. We're simulcasting to YouTube. I swear something has happened to the camera. I'm losing it, y'all. It's fine. Hey everybody. We're streaming. Hey, hello. I'm a brand new streamer. I've never streamed before. Thank you for coming to my first stream. This week is pretty straightforward. I did actually update my schedule. Like I updated the little graphic for it, and then I proceeded to not post it anywhere because I'm organized and good at what I do. So this week, obviously, we're starting off with Dragon's Dogma today, as per usual. You get it. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing Baldur's Gate 3 again. We're going into Act 2 because someone did teach me how to use mods. And so we did manage to make the Blood of Lathander into a longsword instead of a mace. Is that the entire reason why we hadn't been streaming Baldur's Gate? No, but also the reason why we're coming back to it is because I made a promise where I would wear a cowboy outfit instead of normal clothes if I didn't get through all of Baldur's Gate in a year's time. And a year is fast approaching. Then Thursday, I'm doing Project Zomboid. I will be honest with y'all, Project Zomboid, while it nets okay on the statistics, I'm not expecting it to be a smash hit. I just really like it, and like for 3 years now I've been talking about doing a big multiplayer server of it. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that with as little fanfare as possible, and if people want to play Project Zomboid with me on Thursdays, bish bash bosh, fantastic. If people don't want to do that, also fantastic. You get it? If you want to get bitten by a zombie directly on the dick, I know the perfect place for you. And if you don't want that, I don't know the perfect place for you. Somewhere else, I presume. And then Friday, we might be fiddling with the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator. The reason why I say might be is I'm just going to make Elish for the 15th billion time. With the exception of, like, I don't know, maybe if people are particularly compelled to make something else, Jimothy is not on the table. So yeah, that's this week in a nutshell. Nothing terribly interesting. But, you know, warnings for the future. Warnings for the future? You get it. And obviously today and tomorrow we're still doing the P12S prog because Super Chain 2A is my favorite and we love it. So that's going to be good. We're all excited about it. All of us. Literally no one has anything to say. I forgot to update parts on the YouTube simulcast. Hold on. Okay. Well, I think I should just get into the game, which is good, because I definitely have that open and launched and ready to go. Smiley face. If it feels like that's a weird way for me to refer to things, that's foolish of you. It's fine. Everything's good and ready to go. Ah! EA, it's in the game. Hopefully not EA. Hopefully not that one, Lemmy, but you know. Yeah, the theory was that this past weekend was going to be refreshing or relaxing And it ultimately ended up not being that, through no fault of anyone's associated with the weekend. Just entirely, I drive an '04 Honda Civic, which, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, the rest of this will not make any sense either. But it's car stuff, so. But it is good to see you guys. Thank you so much, Ender Friend, for showing up early on accident and also being here now. Battle Benoy, Clary, Lemmy, Mesfia. It's good to see you guys. Okay. I forgot to switch to game, which is good. We love that for ourselves and also others. And we are actually ahead of my usual bloviating and blithering, so that's good. Where are we in Dragon's Dogma? We have been mucking about with the main quest line, obviously, because what else are you going to do? We returned to Aldous with a couple of random side quests, ultimately doing for them some like odds and ends for the Duke. None of the odds and ends that we've been doing for the Duke has been none of the odds and ends that we've been doing for the Duke has actually been in service to slaying the dragon, which is ostensibly the reason why we are in the capital city of Grand Soren. Despite the fact that we are, you know, here to help the Duke's knights and men in that sort of effort, the Duke does not honestly seem very interested or even worried about the concept of you know, stopping the dragon immediately. We have interacted with a couple of odds and ends. Mercedes from the nearby kingdom of... I don't remember the kingdom Mercedes was from. But anyways, Mercedes was sent here from a neighboring kingdom because her dad wanted to show token support for Grancis and also the Duke, because all of the neighboring territories have an alliance to assist one another when the dragon appears. Most neighboring territories have not done that. We went out and we killed a griffin. We got the merchant Fornival acquitted accidentally. Whoopsie poopsie. Did we kill something else? We did 2 other quests of some description. Oh, we were sent on a quest to recover the Duke's magic ring for him, the Worm King's ring. We did go to a criminal, make a forgery of the Worm King's ring, and turned in the forgery of the Worm King's ring instead of the actual Worm King's ring, because the Worm King's ring gives us magical powers. So you get it. And Battle Benoy, thank you for the 1,000 bits. How much do you have to dono to get me to try kombucha? I don't know what kombucha is, so I'm guessing that 1,000 bits would cover the cost of purchasing it. I guess. What is it? I've heard it before, but yeah. There were other odds and ends that we did in the meantime, but that's just because we are chronically in favor of, you know, doing side quests and completing everything. Where is the Duke? This has happened before. He doesn't show up sometimes. But okay. That's all the talk about side things that we're going to do. I think let's just get into the ding dang thing, right? Kombucha is fermented tea? Is that right? It's like fermented with a bunch of probiotics. Tastes like a carbonated fruity alcohol.
Well met, sir.
Okay, yeah, never heard of that before. Sure. Okay. All of that being said, let's go drop off our excess materials and rock and roll. It's kind of gross. Interesting. But it's alcoholic in nature.
Have your pick.
Nope, I don't want to rest. It's one of those things where you either love it or hate it. Interesting. Yeah, I can try it on Demised After Dark this week. Because we have it. And I don't know what we're going to do for the topic there, but it is fast approaching, smiley face. We don't need this or this. We don't need these extra weapons. Okay. You could go for some milk tea right now. Ooh. Yeah, what kind of milk tea would you get? It won't get you drunk. They do sell alcoholic kombucha. June Shine. What? Black milk tea? Why is that boring? You gotta go for the classics. Although I will say I am a very big fan of taro or honeydew melon milk teas. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. So I think chai is literally just the word tea, Battle Benoit. I cannot confirm or deny if chai tea is, or if chai is a black tea or anything other than that, because it's just the word tea again, which I don't even know if that's true. I've just had a lot of my friends yell at me about it. And I guess if you yell at me loudly enough about something, I will believe it. So there you go. Oh, we have a couple of escort quests here. Sure. Why would you give me 5 golden eggs? 5 golden eggs. Is my chai black chai? I will kill you. If people yell at me loudly enough about things, I will believe it, but it will not stop me. No, Mesphia.
We'll leave when you are ready, Master. Grand Sorin.
Because you will yell loudly enough about me saying my head after SMH. What do you mean? Is it not SMH my head? Also, sorry, I just remembered we did last time go in and turn off pawn chatter, which I still feel weirdly about because we do hear our pawns heavily breathe all the time. But, you know, that's where we are now. SMH my head is shake my head, my head. Yeah, what's the problem here? So we've also updated some of our skills so that we can run for longer, because dear God, it was annoying how shortly we could run. And then also I have actually changed out some of the skills that I've got. So we still have Ruinous Sigil, which if you guys remember from last time, that sets up like basically a barrier that if somebody gets into it, they'll get knocked back out. We also now have Great Cannon, which I discounted Great Cannon before because it sounded silly, but the idea is that if anybody hits the Great Cannon, it'll shoot out projectiles, so it does actually give us a ranged option, the two of which combined are very good. And then also, so before First Smite, I was using an ability called Downward Crack, which was just like striking into the ground really hard. Now, we have an ability called Stone Forest, which really fits the smite energy, but it does take approximately 10 billion years to cast. So we'll have to figure out something about that because it is actually deeply annoying. Thank you for the lurk, Mesfia. We'll catch you. Okay, harpies. All of these foes are not going to be particularly challenging. We've already fought all of these lads like a bunch of times before now. We're just going this way really for atmosphere. All I wanna do is see you turn into a flying woman, flying woman. Which is not the way the original song goes, but you get it. Oh god. I do not remember that boulder, I will be honest with you. Oh, it's still coming, huh? Very slowly? Well, oopsie poopsie. Okay. The thing, my favorite line about the harpies is they say, ignore the comely face, its talons like strike deep, which does sort of imply that the pawns think that you are going to be so distracted by how beautiful the harpy's face is that you will ignore the fact that they have wings and talons and are actively trying to murder you, which, you know, fair enough. In original folklore, right? The thing was, that's why I say the line about beautiful flying women, right? Is that like apparently like people were so distracted by that concept that that was like a reoccurring thing. What is happening here? Ooh, no thank you. Appreciate the offer, though. All right, Miles.
I really must thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Do you have anything to give me?
Thank you, sir.
Do I get a treat for saving your life? No. You have nothing for me. I have questions about how the harpies got you into this cage in the first place, but that's besides the point. It is that sort of emergent gameplay that we were talking about, hey? No cookies, yeah, what the heck? I didn't get a single treat from that guy. Which, again, we're like significantly over-leveled, and the only reason why we're really taking any damage at all is because I am using the solar armor, which is very, very garbage tier. It does, however, restore your your health in like sunlight. And that's just thematically perfect, so. So this is the Way Castle that we were told to come investigate.
Arisen, urgent word from the capital, sir. You are to return to Aldous' side with all possible haste.
Okay. Why were we sent... Wait, why were we sent to the Make for the Mountain Way Castle to learn the nature of the crisis from the men there. The messenger's urgent summons was a ruse. Return to the capital with all due haste. Okay, so it's a false flag situation, is it?
I fear trouble awaits us within the capital, Arisen. Best we weren't prepared for anything.
Okay, well, we could just teleport back, I'll be honest with you. But let's walk it, why not? We've been fairly disappointed with the narrative layer of Dragon's Dogma so far. There have been a couple of interesting things that have happened. There has been a little bit of a conversation towards there's been a little bit of a conversation towards the nature of pawns. Pawns in this world appear to be humanoid, but not human. They appear to have some sort of other characteristics and attributes. And so there is this part of the story which seems very sort of fixated on the idea of the nature between sort of humanity and pawns and why things are as strange as they are. Now, there's this whole thing about like the Duke doesn't want pawns in the castle, which could be a part of the fact that the Duke was a previous Arisen. So the Arisen are people who have their hearts ripped out of their chest by the dragon. And as a part of the hearts being ripped out of their chest by the dragon, they are still alive somehow. Don't worry about the logistics on that particular one. But yeah, hold on, sorry. So there are some interesting things happening in the story, but Dragon's Dogma's real sort of attention is definitely sort of fixated on the idea of the core gameplay loop, which the core gameplay loop is very enjoyable. But yeah.
Arisen, sir. I am fearsome loath to say it, but this gate has been sealed.
Why?
The order came to prevent brigands from flooding in amidst the chaos.
You think bandits are gonna come into Grand Soren right now?
Pray, speak to the western gate. You'll find entrance there.
I'm gonna whoop your ass, buddy. Let me in! I'm obviously not a brigand! Okay, fine. This is them saying, we have a specific set piece over there for you. Please go over there. Fine. So you're playing as the undead, not very paladin of you. No, so we are strictly speaking not undead. And the reason why I can say that is because we can use holy magics. Now, there are bandits around here, right? Like, that guy up there is a bandit. There are other boys immediately outside the city walls. But as a narrative device, this is very silly. Okay, besties. I believe in you. You'll definitely kill me. But yeah. Now, how does that work? Us using holy magics? It's just like any other magic. You just accumulate points. Smile.
Arisen, Maker be good, you've returned.
Maker is the name of the god of this world.
Just after you'd left, a slain cockatrice brought as a trophy for his grace came alive.
Doesn't sound very slain to me, Laurent. You know, the magic points that you earn through life, that you allocate towards certain skills and abilities, the magic points we all have.
The beast was well and truly dead, I'll aver it. Brought back by some dark art, no doubt.
Oh, you know what's interesting about this? Okay, so Laurent is saying the monster was truly dead, brought back by some dark art. Obviously, necromancy, always on the table. But we do know about the wake stones. We have these items in game that, like, if you just, and it looks suspiciously like a heart. If you just give the wake stone to a dead body, you can resurrect an NPC from the dead. I wonder if someone just like shoved a wake stone inside the cockatrice.
The local folk have fled to safety, but the beast's rampage is like to destroy the other freight. That tribute is the Duke's own property, sir. That creature must be slain, and quickly.
Laurent, I'm not going to accuse you of having bad sort of prioritization abilities, but if the Duke doesn't have any like low-born peasantry to rule over anymore, he's not going to be able to collect future tributes, right?
Arisen, make the beast that.
Okay.
You've returned. To think that without the Arisen, Grand Sorin would fall into chaos so quickly. Anything you could do to help maintain the peace will be sorely appreciated.
Okay, Brian.
Seal the gate behind you until order is restored, sir. Go and make her be your shield.
Now, that does not sound like, you know, being particularly helpful. What if you came in with me?
Good, you've returned to us. Sir, the city is in crisis. Pray, lend your hand in returning the peace. Now enter. Make haste.
You know what sucks about this is that I am absolutely a fan of these sort of hero narratives, even though they do not make logical sense.
Seal the gate behind you until order is restored, sir. Go and make her be your shield.
Because we do know all of the knights actually suck at fighting, like they are in fact kind of tragically terrible. This really doesn't look like the common folk have been sent to safety. Now, once again, we are massively over-leveled. Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck in this casting animation. Oh, okay. We have actually fought the cockatrice before on Bitter Black Isle, so we kind of get how this works.
It worked! It worked!
Hello? I feel like there was a guy doing some exposition just now. And I didn't get that exposition.
'Twas stopped before reaching the residential quarter, at least.
Better than being... Excuse me, Euphine? How dare you? Well? Okay. I guess. Guess that's a part of the problem with being severely overleveled as well. Now, there are two other game modes to Dragon's Dogma. There is a game mode in which... Excuse me, sir, why are you running? Oh, okay. Goodbye. There are two other game modes. There is a speedrun mode and a hard mode that you can like take previous saves into. We probably will not do that on stream for any number of reasons. But for completing them, you get like certain rewards as well for like in-game cosmetics and things like that, which is a very cute idea. Like not locking it behind DLC and things like that, right?
Soldiers await you, Arisen. Best you did not keep him waiting.
Okay, I mean, I just killed a big monster. A little bit of gratitude would be sweet.
What damage have I wrought in carelessness to allow an agent of salvation through? And in sending you away afore the creature was revived, the damage was all the greater. While I, in my fool credulity, ran to the castle, only to be knocked insensate by some villain. 'Twas a lucky thing the beast was kept from the residential quarter. Ugh, or the castle. We must rethink the practice of tribute to prevent such a happening again. For now, though, the danger has passed. What of the damages?
We held our ground somehow. Not a single trophy was lost, sir. 'Tis a testament to the efforts of the Arisen. You have our thanks, sir.
The practice of tribute again is just sort of tithes, right?
Handled the task perfectly. The beast is slain, and the treasure unscathed. 'Tis the first chapter of a new legend, sir. Or at the very least, a task well done.
One of the things that I am desperately looking forward to about Dragon's Dogma 2 is them really cleaning up the cutscenes and like the dialogue. When people talk about it being a cult classic, the other thing you need to remember is like again, like it was released around the same time as like Skyrim. And like no offense to Dragon's Dogma, you guys know I love this game. If you were to compare the writing of this to the writing of Skyrim, I'm just saying, back when Bethesda made a video game that people cared about, hey. And Top Hat, ooh, hey, hey.
Hail, Arisen. Good news. His Grace has taken notice of your feats and selected you to lead an expedition. It is a difficult task, but of critical importance to the defense of the front.
Okay.
The Duke was adamant that none would do so fine as you, sir.
Sure.
The journey will take you afar, Arisen.
We've already explored the entirety of the map, so afar here is maybe not necessarily
Tasks
accurate.
to complete or personal matters to attend to, pray, do so now. It is like you will not see Grand Sorin for some time.
Okay,
Very
well,
well. Make your preparations, sir. I will await you here.
'tis like I will not see Grand Sorin for a long time. Does sure sound like do all of your side quests now, huh? Do we have any important side quests? No, I guess we're done with all of them. Let's pop around real fast just to make sure we're not missing anything on this outskirts. But I guess we're done. I think in terms of like fantasy castles for video games at this point, Grand Sorin is pretty high up there. Also, the oh god, it's not the Rosens. Who are they in? Who are they in Final Fantasy 16? House Rosencrantz. House Rita Setaman. House Craig. No, it's something to sort of elicit the imagery of roses, right? They were quite a good group. I liked their castle and I liked their constructs, right? Am I gonna die? No, perfect. The powers of being the main character.
He'll go no further.
What is behind this door, you think? But yeah. It looks like we've done all the side quests there are to do. Though, and this is the other thing that bothers me, is like, how would Grand Soren have survived and sort of risen to this state of prominence when they appear to have no defenses against these sort of things in the first place? Like, you'll go out into the world and you'll find like ballistae all over the place, right? And the ballistae are normally sort of set up around big monsters that you're going to have to fight. And so, you know, by virtue of you having the ballistae nearby, they like help you in those fights. And it would, don't worry about that, it's totally fine. And it would make a lot of sense if those were like sort of strategically positioned around the walls and things like that. Like having the cockatrice show up. Okay. Fun fact, you still cannot kill a bird with a sword. Having the cockatrice show up inside the city is like an interesting way of demonstrating that the city is not necessarily safe. But I don't know. I don't know that like, how is it possible to have a city in the first place under that context? And like, they built up this threat about the goblins a while ago, right? Like, they were like, oh, be careful about the goblins. We've built the shadow fort here to keep the goblins out. But it's like, then we just never talked about it ever again. And as far as I am able to tell at this exact moment, which in the interest of fairness, it is very possible that we are going to be informed otherwise very soon. This is the entirety of Grancis, which again could just be a part of it being a 2012 property, but does not feel very big. So I don't know. Maybe I've just been spoiled by modern day games. I know one thing is for sure. The map UI has definitely spoiled me. Like modern day map UIs and like telling you where to go and what to do. Oh boy. Because like, where did y'all come
The
from?
other men may go in for fairy tales, but you'll get no favor from me, Arisen.
Do you want a human skull?
You needn't have. The other men may go and make trouble on my watch, and you'll answer for it. Same as anyone else.
Okay. Do you
The
want
men may go in for fairy tales.
like 5 human skulls?
The other men may
Will
go
this
in for
make you
fairy
my
tales, you
friend?
needn't have. The other men may go in for fairy tales.
How do you feel about human? It feels like you're like saying you're an advocate of human skulls.
The other men may go in
Does
for
this?
fairy tales.
Are we friends now?
The other men may go in for
No.
make trouble.
All right. Well, we tried.
You've been granted free walk of the castle, but that's no cause to go making trouble.
Where have you guys been this whole time, though?
Needn't have.
Is the other
Trouble
question.
means more work for me, and more work is nothing I need.
Also,
I've said my piece. As long as you stay out from underfoot, I don't care a whit what you get up to. Do as you like.
where were y'all? Like, y'all talking a big talk. Where were y'all when the cockatrice was attacking, hey? Oh, pretty sure that was a polite, I hate it, you shouldn't have. I see. You think they don't like the human skulls. Now why, Mesphia, would you suggest that? Are you saying that if someone in the real world walked up to you and presented you with 5 human skulls, you would not appreciate that? You'd not be all over that? That's very rude, Mesphia, honestly. I personally crafted these skulls myself. Depends on the context, but probably no. I see.
Ah, the good Arisen. For all your busy travels, you always come. I only jest, sir. I know you are come to speak with Milady Eleanor.
Okay.
No doubt I've said it before, but His Grace has left my mistress so very alone these days since they were wed. I suppose she is but the next in a long line of brides to him. But to her, well, you know.
Duke Edmund Dragonsbane has been alive for over 100 years now or something like that. They are either evidence or junk, and I don't want either. Damn, Mesphia, where's your goth spirit?
And all this after coming so far from home, not knowing a soul what's more. To have you come and visit with such frequency is no doubt a relief to her. And I must confess, I've seen a sparkle to the mistress's eye when she speaks of you. Such company is a blessing, really. All the more for someone so far removed from kith and kin. To have you come in such
which does beg the question of where is she right now, but that's fine. What did you miss? Not too much, Battle Benoit. Just a little bit of vibing out. This guy told us that, we needed to make sure that we were done with all of our errands, and so I immediately took it upon myself to start sprinting around, making sure that there were no more side quests for us to do. So, you get it.
We'd best prepare ourselves for whatever is to come next, Arisen.
Sure, okay. This is informing us that the next segment is going to be a big deal, which of course it is. Should we just go into it? We're over-leveled. We don't need any more quests. I'm just being obsessive. There is a NPC up here called Adaro, who is the chief. Smiley face, don't ask me if that shares any similarities to any other characters, Smile. And he sometimes might have a quest for us, but it does not appear he's here. Listen, you can't tell me to turn in all of my side quests, or else there'll still be work to do, without giving me an exhaustive side quest system, is all I'm saying. Like, there's just truly no way, like, there's no way to know what side quests are on the map, and so you're constantly bamboozled. And honestly, that's not kind, is what I have to say about the matter. There is a church up here. The priest guy is either out or, you know, doesn't have a quest for us. Oh, here's the priest guy.
I have a message from the Grand Cathedral.
Okay.
The group known as Salvation clouds men's souls with chaos and obstructs their belief in the faith.
Sure.
You must not give any support to that group.
I haven't been doing that so far, Clement. Thank you so much for your wise words and incorrigible assistance. Okay, can't come in here. What is this place? No side quest here. All right. Cassardus, absolutely done. Nothing else for us to do here.
Hello.
We're gonna go to the encampment, which is where we started this entire thing. It's so funny. The vibe... Oh, oopsie. The vibe you get from, or at least the vibe I got from Castardus and the encampment and all of that stuff, was a little bit more sort of on the high fantasy grand adventure scale. Like, I don't know, because when I first played, I did not get terribly far at all. I remember just running back and forth between the encampment and Castardus, killing like, excuse me, wolves for 10 years. But it was still enjoyable because like the core gameplay loop of combat is incredibly fun. And yeah, I don't know that the rest of the game sort of withstands that high octane start to the game, if that makes sense. Okay. I guess we can check out the bandit camps. To see if the bandit camps have any other quests to give us. We do have Maul's Badge of Amity and Ophus's Badge of Amity. Which is like signs of the bandit camps and us being friends. Which kind of begs the question about, like, if that's ever going to become relevant elsewhere.
Not a moment's rest for the likes of us, eh? Not a moment's rest.
But it feels, for the most part, like the answer to that particular question will be no. I'm just literally going to every settlement inside of the area. Which, in the interest of fairness, the only other major settlement besides, like, fortifications does seem to be Castardus, which begs the question, who is Castardus trading with? Other than, I guess, Grand Sorin? We're popping back over here just to, again, look to see if we can find any quests.
How'd the day find you?
Great, thanks. Man, the Shadow Fort was so hyped up. And it's just truly a nothing sandwich of a place. And also sort of the implication that there'd be something going on beyond the Shadow Fort, like hordes of goblins that we'd have to fight and whatnot. SMH my head. All I want to do is shout for the Alliance while sticking my sword into a bunch of greenskins. Is that too much to ask for? Okay. Nothing here. Let's pop by the Abbey. Which, before we go over there... Oh. Normally, a bunch of zombies pop up from these gravestones. But it looks like they're tired today. it does sort of call into question the efficacy of faith in the Maker if, you know, grave sites on church property are not capable of protecting the lay people, but that's fine, Smile. Let's pop by Hill Figure Knoll, because there's the dragon forged in there. They're scared of my holy powers. I'm allowed to dream. We just got 656 experience for evidently no reason, and I'm a big fan of that. There is the man in here who gives us a little bit of exposition. Honestly, the Dragon Forged is probably my greatest disappointment. Because, like, I was losing it.
All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it.
I was losing it when we first come in here and we come across this guy. But he's kind of a pleb. I hate to be the one to say it, but kind of mid.
The beast is called Death Incarnate, the greatest of evils.
Although the dragon being sort of a mythical replacement for death in folklore, right? Like the dragon being sort of a manifestation of the Grim Reaper is interesting.
You will learn when you come to face it that the truth is not so simple. It possesses deep insight to match its cold and steady drive to destruction.
Sure.
And an air of resignation, perhaps, lies beneath its imposing rage.
We love a melancholy dragon.
All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it.
Alice of the Arisen
is a child of man, no more, no less. 'Tis said, the Arisen is born whene'er man takes his first true step toward a goal. When the spirit gives rise to action, a man becomes Arisen.
And so a part of the point here is that as far as prophecy goes, right, and Heroes of Champion, or Heroes of Fate, right, the Arisen is not necessarily unique in any special capacity. The Arisen is not born under the right star sign. The gods haven't come down and chosen the Arisen. The Arisen can be literally anyone, right?
Like us, whose paths lead to the dragon, are known unto the beast as a matter of instinct. Just as it is our own instinct that guides us on. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it.
Like, it feels like the bones, like, I hate to be this guy, again, because we're still playing it and because I enjoy it, but it feels like the bones for a much bigger narrative was here the whole time, right? And whether it's the localization team, maybe the game didn't have, like, a great writer the first time around, whatever, like, it's just so get from point A to point B, you know? Bones, magic bones that move on their own. You get it, Battle Benoit.
I am him that was forged in the dragon's fire.
And this is actually a hint about how to get your gear leveled up, is if dragons breathe on you, your equipment gets turned into dragon forged equipment, which you can do stuff with. I was able to cheese that system by going to Bitter Black Isle. You're not in the default game supposed to be able to do that, but if you go to DLC zones, you get it.
I stand astride the bounds of life and death, remaining here that I may pass my knowledge on to the Arisen of each coming age.
So the implication that the Dragon Forged is giving us is that he is, like, kind of an immortal, right?
My battle as the Arisen has spanned 1,000 years, and yet it knows no end.
Sure.
Nor shall it, until the Arisen to follow me strikes the dragon dead.
And so we do know a couple of other Arisen, right? We know Celine's grandmother, who was a previous Arisen who did a bestowal of spirit upon Celine. Duke Edmund's Dragonbane, stuff like that. But the implication the Dragonforged here is saying is that there are characters who... The Arisen who have followed him have never killed the dragon. Celine's grandmother, by virtue of doing the bestowal of spirit upon Celine, I guess just dies because of that. And so, ostensibly, Edmund Dragonsbane, the person who slayed the dragon before us, didn't actually do that, because the Dragonforge is saying the Dragonforge has been around for 1,000 years, and the Dragonforged is waiting for someone to kill the dragon, right? So
all I know is yours to hear, should you desire it. Ours are bodies marked by the worm, yours and mine. A scar across the chest, to stand as proof of the dragon's claim o'er our hearts.
Can you see the reason why, if you compared this game to Skyrim, a lot of people would talk about how this sort of stole some of the energy from Skyrim, that sort of fixation on dragons?
I carved a scarred man into the face of this hill, that it might serve as a beacon to those who bear our mark. It beats yet as does mine, there within the beast. 1,000 years since it was stolen, and yet it beats.
Okay. This is sort of the heart is the center of the man, and so you can live forever as long as the heart beats within the dragon or something.
As the dragon lives, the hearts in its safekeeping know no death.
How did Celine's grandmother die, then?
Our kind may die in battle, aye, but neither age nor illness will ever claim us.
Immortality, not invincibility.
We have stepped free of this mortal coil, Arisen. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it.
And that's why Edmund Dragonsbane is still alive. Edmund Dragonsbane didn't kill the dragon.
I had a different look today, but worthy his thought. In time, 'tis said that the shadow just so. 'Tis said that just so.
Sure. Okay. This was truly a absolutely worthless endeavor, but here we were. The Abbey didn't have anything for us. That beach is not going to have anything for us. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do the next part of the quest then, hey? Let's pop back over to Grand Soren and get in there. Okay. Also, I will say, not to toot my own horn too much, but Ishgard is much better designed against dragons than Grand Soren is. So, oh yeah, hold on. It's nighttime, so we're not supposed to be in here, Smile. Oh god. We do want to talk to Aldous, though. Well.
The journey will take.
Sure.
Come. The Duke wished to see you before you set out.
Let's just go on to the next segment of the quest, hey? Do you have something to say, Festus? No, you don't. It's impossible to speak with you there, I guess. And hey, Techno is. It's good to see you, my friend. Hydration probably doesn't mean coffee, huh? Hope you've been well, friend. I know you had your own cavalcade of affairs to attend to. We're talking to the Duke Edmund Dragonsbane. It's a big deal.
Pray, hasten to his grace's side. We mustn't keep him waiting.
It's a big deal for a big guy.
I've heard talk. It's quite an honor.
Okay.
It seems the office of Arisen brings with it equal parts strength and ambition. I am greatly pleased by your work, sir. I would see you rewarded for all you've done. Come, follow me. I have aught to give you afore you set out.
Ah, good. More slowly walking. Here's the problem. I do love escort quests, and we've had this conversation a billion times, right? But, I do actually like it when the game forces you to take in the environments and to like really enjoy the experience. So yeah. You've been okay, still working through stuff, but things are on the upswing. Hell yeah, we love it when things are on the upswing. Perhaps joking bits aside, literally bipolar, so things have been on the downswing for a while, but well, you know, we have better days, right? And yeah, it's better now that I get to see you, my friend. Oh, are we gonna finally get to see what's behind this door? Sure. The treasury!
Strange. The ring ought hold sway over the lock that binds this chest. No matter. I shall see its contents are delivered to you later.
Uh-oh!
Time has dulled the ring's magic.
Because we stole the ring from him and gave him the forgery. Oopsie poopsie! Now hold on. Is the game smart enough? Is the game smart enough that if we open it in front of him, he's gonna be like, that's fucked up? 'Twould be rude to have the chest open just yet. Hilarious. Okay, yeah, the game literally won't let us do it. Oh, man.
Urgent news, Your Grace. A messenger has come bearing word from the Great Wall. The hold has fallen to a man calling himself the leader of salvation. He's taking captives and threatens to offer up a grand sacrifice to see the land cleansed.
The expedition will keep, Arisen. Head for the Great Wall at once, and quash Salvation's designs afore they're realized. This matter takes precedence over all others. Now go.
Sure. Badge of Merit. Hold on, sorry. A token awarded to one who has dutifully served Grand Soren. Certain shops will grant a discount to those who bear it. Ooh, cute. Golden bastard. I'm pretty sure we've already had one of these. Yeah, it's just a sword that's worth a lot of money if you sell it because it's made out of gold. Well. Oopsie poopsie.
I'm trying to keep focus. I'm trying to keep...
This is a far cry from goblins at the Mountside Fort. The Great Wall is Grand Soren's own shield. Action must be taken at once.
The thing is, right, like all of this has the trappings of so much more. You know what I mean? Like the interaction of like going to the treasury, being rewarded by something by the Duke, having our actions cause like net consequences in the game, right? Like the fact that we have chosen to steal the Duke's ring and keep it for ourselves and its magic power, right? And that meaning that we can't get whatever treasure is inside this chest. Like, the design of the game is good. There's so much here. It just lacks that little extra oomph to give us that perfect verisimilitude. And I really hope Dragon's Dogma 2 like learns from that, right? Because like it's been 12 years. Like imagine working 12 years on a game. Not only is the gameplay going to be improved, but I have to hope they've like taken the lessons about the narrative, right?
Damn the lot of those zealots. And damn me for allowing them this far.
Aw, Dookie Poo.
Please, sir, I have a job to do.
What's the job you have to do? Big talk from a big guy. Okay, our quest, deny salvation. Now, here's the thing. We've already been to the Great Wall for other quests, so we could just pop in with this teleport. We're not going to do that, though. We're going to go to the Cursewood, which is Ophis's fort, because I forgot to check to see if she had any quests. She probably doesn't, and or if she did, we won't be able to get them now. But just an interesting thing for us to, like, pop by real fast.
How do your fortunes fare?
Okay, never mind. We're just going.
If it's the Great Wall you seek, prepare well. I shall guide you there.
Oh, actually, no. We need to pop back to Grand Soren. Because we haven't prepped well. We, in fact, have literally no equipment on us. Do we need it? Can't we just go? We're incredibly overleveled. What's the worst that could happen to us? Also, the Heaven's Peak Fort is full of femme bandits.
You're a real prize. 'Tis a brazen fool. Just, I'm more this sort to enjoy. I'm more this sort.
But obviously, again, nothing here. Okay, hold on. Actually, we are going to pop back to Grand Soren, and we are going to pick up some odds and ends of equipment, just because they're making it into a big deal. And you know, they're going to give us tons of stuff there, I'm sure. There's going to be a boss fight arena. But, you know. What's the point in us having small mountains of gear if we're not going to use it?
Have your pick.
Okay. So we're going to withdraw. Panacea. Well, actually, okay, we'll withdraw like a bunch of these. Because these can be used to restore the health of the entire party, which is like a pretty big deal, I would argue. And then we're looking for Panacea, cures all debilitations, restores health, restores stamina. Bish, bash, bosh. And then do we need anything else? There's like some tools here for like upping like strength and other statistics, but like frankly it feels kind of wasteful. I don't know. I say frankly it feels kind of wasteful. We've literally been playing this game so much. Like, and we have never used any of these, and we almost certainly never will use any of these, right? Like, presumably if this is some sort of final quest, this is the time to use it. Do we want to keep the Salome Grimoire forgery? That was the super powerful one that like brought down a bunch of meteorites that were on fire. I'm going to say no. And let's see about... Do we have an augment that lets us cast spells faster? I know there is one. Injuries from fall damage. Okay, nope, I don't. So we'll just keep rocking and rolling then. Let's go. Back to the Heaven's Peak Fort. And then to the Great Wall, smiley face. The interesting thing about the Heaven's Peak Fort is that apparently Ophis hates men, which is slightly complicated if your character, i.e. me making another iteration of Elish, happens to be a man. So your options are murder everybody in the fort, or you can basically use a magic spell. Oh no, I forgot. To alter your character's appearance, and then in so doing, convince Opus that you are else, which I think is actually kind of a cute idea, right? Like they didn't really nail the idea of a like a disguise system, like the type of which the type of which Fallout New Vegas had, right? Where like if you change armor sets, you could convince them that you were something else. But it is like ultimately quite charming. Please let me get this cast off. Thank you. Okay. Stone Forest takes way too long to be useful, though. Jeez Louise. Okay. Did I? Oh, I see. The road is up here? Sure, fine. Puppies, I do not have time to play with you. What are video games' obsession with giving you a bunch of wolves? You know what I mean? Like, when did we decide that wolves were the perfect video game enemy to have, like, ad nauseum of? Because, like, with goblins, I get it, right? Like, goblins are, like, these horrid little creatures. And obviously, we do things in media to make it so that, like we jokingly, like, change them up to be more like appealing and more humanized, right? But, like, obviously sort of like referring to them as sort of the fey creatures that they were, that was not necessarily the case. But, like, why wolves? Wolves easier to generic asset without anyone screaming you ripped off their goblin look. You know what, Mesphia? That's quite fair, actually. The idea that, like, because what is it? Games Workshop, right? Games Workshop had to do this whole thing when they were, like, rebranding all their fantasy assets to try and make it so that way, like, it was more obvious if somebody was stealing their property, which, in the interest of fairness, right, like, spelling orcs with a K versus spelling orcs with a C is not that big of a delineation. And I would also argue that Games Workshop did that to themselves, that people would start stealing their assets, because the assets that they used are literally generic elf. And, like, the concept of dark elf is not something that Games Workshop owns, but like, we've seen businesses do it in the past. So yeah, fair enough. Okay. This is the Great Wall. The Great Wall. I am actually.
Aye, 'tis. Just name it, sir.
Oh, I can only send items to storage. I can't retrieve items. Excuse me.
Twice to leaving home. Come, don't be shy.
Do you have anything that I care about? Can't imagine you do. Although you definitely have new gear. Hmm. Oh, those are kind of cute. Do any of these have magic powers? No.
Come, don't be shy.
You know what? In case you die and I can't get these things again in the future, I will buy a couple of your odds and ends. Not that I'm expecting you to die, but if you did, you know, we'd be prepared for that very unfortunate eventuality. Smiley face. Okay. Hey, Kishnok, yeah.
Come, don't be shy.
The old human fear of pack animals of threat to peeps, probably. I suppose also if we're talking about the like design of the design of these creatures, right? There's probably something to be said about. No, wait, I wanted that badge of merit. Oh well. There's probably something to be said about the concept of like you're supposed to work together with the pawns, and the idea that like wolf packs are working together. That tracks. All right. Let's see what the Great Wall is all about, hey? I'm sure it will be incredibly effective at whatever they're trying to do, just like historically giant walls have done in human history. Hadrian's Wall, the Great Wall of China, all utterly effective. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we've already seen these boys, unfortunately. Lone Wolf Forever one. It's good to see you, my friend. We are unfortunately absurdly overleveled because we've been doing a lot of Bitter Black when we haven't been on stream, because I do actually enjoy the combat of the game. No, come on! Alright, fine. We'll cheese it. Nope, you got this. I believe in you. To be fair to Hadrian's Wall, it did work for a while. I mean, you could say the same thing about the Great Wall, right? The conceptualization of a wall working for some time is not... Like, ostensibly the idea is that the wall continues to work, right? Oh, this boy's feetsy armors are off. No, his feetsy armors are not off. This boy's feetsy armors are off? This boy's feetsy armors are off. Ooh. Please stop focusing on that particular angle. Okay. Do I have enough cast time for this? Nope. Nope, I do not. Oopsie poopsie. Wait, actually, do I have enough cast time for this now? That the boy is distracted? Yeah, we do. Oh, wait, no, he's just dead. Oh, whoops. It's fine. Yeah, same as the Great Wall of China, exactly, right? It worked for some time for sure. And then, you know, they became the ruling dynasty, the Mongolians. God, it's so funny when the Cyclops drop beast stakes to me, because the implication is that Actually, yum yum. Yeah, Lone Wolf, we're just playing Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen in anticipation of Dragon's Dogma 2. I never got very far in the game originally. I always really enjoyed the core gameplay loop, but I was kind of hoping to find something narratively here, and so far we've been a little bit on the disappointed side, but, you know. The future is vast. I know! The breathing when you turn off the pawn conversation is really disorienting. But, like, the other option is to have them constantly, like, nattering away, which is fine. I don't hate it, but also. Gonna give us spooky, scary skeletons? No. No spooky, scary skeletons. Oh, spooky, scary skeletons, actually. Hey, could you just wait like 5 minutes while I get this, like, smite out? Thank you! No! Don't use a more effective and faster spell. That's rude. Oh, there's an NPC up here? Hey, bud, what are you doing?
Those Salvation bastards show an unnatural unity in their actions. There are good men left in the hold. I wish there were aught I could do to help them.
So you're just standing in this corner?
Those Salvation bastards, there are good men. Those Salvation bastards, there are good.
Cool. You sure? I can see you're real torn up about the whole thing, Altdorf. Which does just make me think not Fire Emblem, Warhammer Fantasy, but yeah. To be fair, the Mongol, I'm never going to pronounce that correctly, only conquered half of China. Fair enough, I suppose, but I would argue that is representative of the failings of the Great Wall strategy. These skeletons are gonna get up. Excuse me, sirs. No! Come on! I thought I had enough time! Okay. The quest is telling us to go over there, so before we do that...
We are those who pray for the end.
Sure, bestie. Whatever you say.
The structure lives up to its name.
There are still others held below. Pray, free them as well.
Okay. Sure.
At long last, aid arrives. 'Twas quite a wait, sir. The leader of those zealots made for the floor above. There's a passage here will take you there more quickly. I'll open it.
Sure, Deegan. Real Wizards duel shit. Okay. So that other knight was telling us that there are other people at risk. Should we be looking for other hostages? Oh boy. Assuming that guy can take care of himself and didn't immediately run straight into trouble, Let's see if we can find any more knights in the area. Nope. Can we cheese this? No. An explosive could have this wall down. Do we have... Does anybody have any throw blast? No. Shoot. Well, we definitely cheesed the boys on the other side of this wall, but... Perhaps a strong blow would send it down. Yeah, damn it. We don't have any explosives in here. But... This boy's out here hiding by some explosive barrels, isn't it? That sounds like skeletons reforming. No thank you, sirs. Okay.
We are those who pray for the end.
Oh, the hostages! Oh, this is bad. Would have loved to get my spell off. No, that guy's about to die! Okay. I think we saved all of them.
Maker bless you for your kindness.
Hell
Far
yeah.
too close for my liking. Here, take this. Let it be of use to you, sir.
Sure, Chronal. What did you give me? Okay, so there were hostages down here and we were able to save them. Hell yeah. Silver chest plate. Literally garbage to us right now, but that's fine. Thank you. It's like, listen, it's like saving the green units in Fire Emblem. How could I not do it, you know? Wait, was there an explosive barrel here the whole time? No, there wasn't. Okay, this is new. Right. We didn't miss anything else downstairs, did we? This is everything. We can leave now. Yes, okay. Okay, we saved all of those boys. This is now that secret passageway that that person was telling us about. Here's hoping he didn't die, but you know, if he did... Really, I cannot take responsibility for that if you did, my friend. So we bypassed a lot of fights. We could go back and do them, but...
Salvation is mad to conjure up such monsters. They'll be eaten, sure as the rest of us. Forgive me, sir, but I'll not open this door. I'll not be food for those beasts.
Sure, Surastoma. The number of chimeras we've fought in at this point, this boy is not incredibly scary. Easy peasy. Come on, buddy. Just use your cool magic powers.
Then it's slain? Amazing! Sir, you are amazing! I thought the Arisen little more than the stuff of old tales. How wrong I was.
Also, Estoma has the shield with the Chimera on it. He's supposed to be a part of the expeditions that are sent out into the wilderness to hunt chimeras. What are you on about, buddy? Why are you such a little bubble-blowing baby? I mean, I say that. I have been cheesing it in DLC, but you get it. Was it the sorcerer who one-shot the Chimera? I believe, and I could be very wrong on this because my build is not actually high on the magic stat. I believe it was Stone Forest, because I was right next to the beast while it was down, but yeah. Stone Forest is good. Nope. Not the best, it's gotta be said. Lads?
They're gathered above, sir. Engaged in some dark ritual from the look of it. It makes my skin crawl just to think on it. Who can say what they aim to do? I'll open the rear door for you. Go. And make her be your shield.
Sure. Another fragile wall, sure. What does the faithful earring do? Almost certainly not going to use it. Heightens resistance to possession. Feels like that's sort of a hint about what's about to come next, but here we are. Very silly. Okay, sure. The Elysian waits above on the roof. Oh, I accidentally skipped through your entire dialogue, bud. I'm sure you had something compelling to say, though. I'm so sorry. Kunai, sure. Well, goodbye. Have a nice life.
The Arisen. Welcome. It would seem our fates are closely bound. The honeyed sleep of destruction will find this place, and all the world in its turn. Indeed, the coming night ill needs us, its faithful harbingers.
We have gotten...
Your hubris cannot hope to stop the divine beast that marked you. Before its might, you stand as useless and frail as this ungainly contrivance of brick and mortar. Nonetheless, the trice you might delay the dragon's coming is blasphemy just the same.
Okay.
I had brought my flock to see these walls reduced to dust, but first they shall peel the flesh from your bones, my dear Arisen.
We're being called the blasphemous ones, Memo, but yeah. And Lone Wolf, the pawns that you recruit from other people, they do not level up with you. They stay stagnant. So if I don't if I don't replace them with new pawns, then they will be significantly lower level than me. Cool. Can we cheese this? Nope. Oh no. Listen, that was on me for trying to do a tricksy one. Okay, fine. I still think no, they're too far away. Bastards. Nice. I did not highly rate Great Cannon. Great Cannon is insanely powerful for Mystic Knight. Just for having a ranged option.
I fear I have misjudged the extent of your skill, dear Arisen.
I hate the Elysian.
While you still live.
What is his entire deal?
It seems my regret will be short-lived. Don't you feel it? The very air dances around us. The long night is come. The dragon's reign at last begins.
Well, like, can a man not just be a weird little guy? I hate him.
The rantings of an up-jump zealot make for tedious listening. His ilk serves no role in what is to come. Only my death will staunch the flood of destruction, a task still far beyond you or me. If you would face me, seek me out, and I shall allow it. But heed the zealot's lesson well, when the weak or death may find it. Until then, I shall hold your little keepsake safe. Your dragon forged will speak for my diligence in that.
Referring to the heart that he's ripped out of our chest.
Nor to the whims of fate. It is yours alone.
Okay. Why is the castle having a self-destruct sequence? Sure. Well, there you go.
rush off unprepared. Best to ask one who has faced the dragon before.
The final battle. We might wrap up this game in the last hour. Sure. Let's go talk to the Dragon Forged, because everybody is advising us to do that, right? How would you feel if a dragon dropped on top of you? I'd certainly crumble under their weight. I don't know, Memo. But, like, I feel like I would have crumbled under the weight a lot faster. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would have waited for a thematic conversation to be had and then crumble after the dragon flew away. But maybe, you know what? What do I know about masonry? What do I know about castle architecture? So we've already talked to the Dragon Forged, but let's do it again real fast.
The hour is come, Arisen. The door lies open. Seek the temple atop the Tainted Mountain, beyond the Great Wall.
Okay.
At its pinnacle, in the shadow of the worm, keeper of the Endless Ring, you will make your choice.
Sure.
What you there become, only you can decide.
Okay.
Then, to the Tainted Mountain. 'Tis time to face the dragon once and for all.
Okay. I think my hardest part about the hardest part I have about this game in general is like there is this real sort of ephemerality to it, which in some ways the game like really capitalizes on in advantageous ways, but in other ways I feel like because it's so sort of ephemeral about the stakes, because like actions just seem to happen around you regardless of intentionality, it's a bit bizarre.
Aye. Just name it. Come again.
But I presume here are all of the knights that we've saved?
The worm has returned to the Tainted Mountain as if in challenge, as if it awaits you there.
Sure, Michael. Spelled M-Y-C-A-L. Okay, actually, confession time. That way of fantasy writing Michael is actually very good. I gotta grab a pen real fast. Hold on. I am 100% stealing that. M-Y-C-A-L. George R. Martin-ass fantasy. I mean, you can feel George R. Martin oozing in every pore of this, right? And like that's a part of the thing that like I think is both really appealing to me about it, but also a little bit disappointing, right? Like the idea of a giant wall to the north to keep out the true big bad, the like people being more peaceful the more south you are, the idea that like there are these rival powers who don't really understand the threat of the supernatural, right, and instead are just willing to play petty power games. Like the bones of really grueling and compelling epic fantasy are in here, but like, and again, not to be a dick about it, but the fact that the writing really sort of takes sort of the easy way out at times. I don't know. Oh. Okay. I uncapped my Sharpie, and now it is impossible for me I did the thing where I put the cappy on the end of my Sharpie, the cap on the end of my Sharpie, and now I cannot physically remove it. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on. Hot water. Okay. The wall to the north is a common trope. Great Wall of China, Korean border, Hadrian Wall. Yeah, exactly. But I do think there are certain other elements that you can see in here, right? And to give it credit explicitly as George R. R. Martin, fair enough, that's a falsehood. But yeah, there are definitely historical antecedents for sure. You take at all? Yes. In the backyard? Did you poo poo? Okay. Okay. I want you to watch this. Get her back. Get her, turn off the power. I wanted to know. Well, I've got bad news. This Sharpie is doomed to live in ignominy for probably the next, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes before it completely dries out. So if there's anything you want written in Sharpie, let me know. Which, on one hand, does feel dreadfully wasteful. On the other hand, I actually was using me dealing with the Sharpie as a partial excuse for me going to the restroom, so you get it. Some complete fabrication, like Demeist is cool. Aw, thank you, Memo. I mean, I'm not super stoked about the fabrication part, but like, yeah. Can you draw us a kitty cat with the Sharpie? God, what does a kitty cat even look like? What do I need a Sharpie for? Well, so I was writing down Michael spelled M-Y-C-A-L because that's a very fantasy way of doing it, and I was very stoked. And I am absolutely going to name a Final Fantasy 14 character Michael like that. But then I put the cap on the Sharpie, so now it's stuck, and I need help. Draw bunny. God, I don't know how to draw a rabbit. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Ugh. I don't even have any good scratch paper anymore. I've been going through all my scratch paper like a madman. It's like a duck, but sideways. Sure. Cat you can BS, right? Bam. Nope. Completely illegible. There you go. It's a cat. Great news about what's in the mail then if you need paper. Phenomenal wire bone. When I open it, and I do plan to open it on stream, we'll talk about the shop as well, because I'm very grateful. But yeah. Reminds you of when people in Idaho named their kid like McKaylee. See, here's the thing though, Battle Benoit, is that in the real world, sure, whatever, language evolves, do it if you want to, don't do it if you don't want to, I don't care. In a fantasy setting, if it's spelled Michael, like Michael, that does actually ruin some of the verisimilitude and immersion for me, and I do actually prefer the name to be spelled in some insane way. Because my brain, when I see the insane spelling of a fantasy name, my brain just instantly goes, okay, whatever, it's a fantasy name. I did not realize Michael, M-Y-C-A-L, was Michael until I tried to pronounce it out loud. And normally when I'm reading fantasy novels, I'm not pronouncing everything out loud, unless I'm specifically looking for the bit therein, right? When you're so desperate for sweet, you nibble on carrot cake. Mesfia, I love carrot cake. What are you on about? Fantasy names made from spilling a bowl of alphabet soup confirmed? Correct. Fantasy Kevin Nguyen meme D&D character you made? Yeah, show it to me. Carrots are ass. Yeah, carrots are ass, but carrot cake is goated. Carrot cake is not your favorite. This one has nuts and you regret. Okay. It does depend on how the nuts are treated. Oh god. This is not what a rabbit looks like, but we live here now. So... Oh god. Oh no. Oh, it's bad. Oh, send help. God, this Sharpie is doomed. Here's your rabbit. If you can't see it, good, actually. Oh my god. Actually, the bad rabbit was all I needed to end the Sharpie cap curse. So there you go. We solved it. Whoa, artist, thank you. Thank you. Gotta make pie tomorrow, because Pie Day is coming. Ooh, what kind of pie you gonna make? Okay, also, sorry, I am getting back into the game, so... Thanks for being here. Actually, before I go on, let me check something super fast. Okay, yeah. So you almost named this character Kevin with 2 N's and a Y, and he's an annoying hype beast drow. When you say hype beast, can you further elaborate on that?
The slopes of the Tainted Mountain are deadly steep and fraught with danger, sir. If you must go, pray. Go prepared for the worst.
Sure, big man. Do we still have awkward guy hiding in the corner over here? No, he's left. Also, can I be real with you? I'm still pissed about the Elysian.
The hold is fallen. Stones scattered like so many pebbles.
Stereotypical Asian American boy who spends too much money on clothes and probably uses the word dope a lot. Damn, just like me, for real, for real. And a blueberry pie? Hell
This
yeah.
world. Man can have no hope of defeating it.
I mean, okay. A Song of Ice and Fire has a main character with the same name as you, but they messed up all the vowels, so all's good. I'm not going to say anything about my name, but yeah.
The path to the tainted mountain now lies open. Will you go, Arisen?
I don't know, Sir Tobin. Will you talk like that forever? Oh, well, frickin' if I knew you were just gonna give me the hat. The final battle. Thus you tread the path of all true Arisen, to face the dragon and learn the real truth. Okay. Damn, not the real truth. I wanted the fake truth, actually. What is this? Oh, it's like some sort of covered wagon. Okay. Oh, God. You look an awful lot like an NPC right now? Hell yeah, it's working. Thank you, Lemmy. Yeah, it's gonna take too long for me to cast Stone Forest. I love the spell, and I think it looks like a really cool Paladin Smite. It just takes so long to cast. Is this because of my low magic stat? Ay, ay, ay. Also, the fact that this game calls these things succubi when they're literally just the reskinned harpies, hilarious. 10 out of 10. Oh God. Excuse me, sir. Now here's a question for you. How long do you think this place has been on fire for? Because surely there has not just been like a mountain of like wood sitting here and was waiting to be lit on fire by like a dragon, and like otherwise this entire place has been peaceful. Is this like a state of purgatory? Like, what's happening? Oh, this is the way we came. Okay. Hello, sir. And I'm so sorry. I will say, the Saurians are irrefutably some of my favorite boys to fight. Like, they're very Monster Hunter coded with the tails. And the killing specific monsters to get like bits of them, so that way you can upgrade your equipment. Very Monster Hunter coded in my opinion. Although I do like the amount of grinding in Dragon's Dogma over the amount of grinding that Monster Hunter would have you do, but that's because I'm a fake fan. Okay, sure. Flask of water for stopping us from being lit on fire. Again, don't love that these are called succubi, but what am I gonna do? Lads, you see anybody come by this way? No? They suck as they fly by, hence the name. Hilarious. Oh no! Oh, wolves that breathe fire! Weirdly a concept I haven't seen very often. Some sort of Helid hound. Lads, you see anybody come by here? No? Am I just reusing the exact same joke I used on the previous set of corpses? Yes, yes I am. What are you going to do? Sue me?
Lucky is the pawn able to fight at the Arisen side. I am thankful.
The generic dialogue that your pawns have in this game is fun for the first several hours. But after a little bit... Is this the same map tiles as the opening of the game? Oh, maybe Memo. I don't know. I don't think so. At least so far, but maybe. Oh, spiders. Strangely enough, the scariest enemy of the entire game are the horrid little spiders. And that's because I'm an arachnophobe. Oh, God! Oh, okay. Oh, this chimera is new. It's like albino. Okay. I think you're right, Memo. Oh, that's crazy. This is definitely like an upgraded Chimera, whereas like we fight a normal Chimera the first time we come through here. Oh, shoot, no, hold on. Now's the time for Stone Forest, an ability that takes 10 years to cast. Hell yeah. Up yours, horrible Chimera. Sure, okay. Once again, being overleveled, really reducing some of the terror, although I'll be real with you, was jump scared. Did, in fact, scare me with the jump. So the fact that the 4 pawns of us are on there should open the lock to the door, I think. "30-minute warning." Fair enough. Thank you, Mesphia. Oh my god, we have to step on so many of them. I guess this is to avoid us, like, cheesing it, right? You've not watched much, so it feels similar. I would argue there's definitely parts of the assets that have been like reused, and like it's definitely falling victim of that like early 2000s gameplay design where like everything is sort of brown and sepia toned, and it's like, this is a serious game for serious gamers. But that being said, there is at least enough variety. Like, there are green. If you continue on, you will not be able to return for some time. Make sure you're amply prepared.
What is your purpose here, Arisen? If you sought to live, you had naught but run and hide yourself away. But then, tell me, child of man, what does it mean to live in truth?
Oh, fuck. I don't understand what's happening.
For the price of a single life, I shall say my terms are more than generous. If it matters, now won that honor through just such a bargain.
Duke Edmund Dragonsbane. And that's the entire quest line. That's the entire quest line with the Duchess, right? Aside from like the weird forced in romance with the Duchess. The point is that like Edmund Dragonsbane gave up his first wife and to the dragon, therefore, right? And that's the reason why he's so like messed up about Aelinor and other wives as generation goes on. Okay, sure, fine. I mean, like, I don't particularly feel a strong way about Madeline, right? Stand and fight or sacrifice your beloved to become sovereign of this land. Like,
you would face me then. Ah, 'tis a fool's choice, Arisen.
Also, is Grigori's voice actor in this moment the guy from Fire Emblem Three Houses, the narrator for that game?
But better fool than craven. I knew your mind ere you came. Still, I ask this final time, Arisen, will you stand and fight? Your choice is made, Arisen. As you have willed it, so shall it be.
We're the main character. Sayonara. Ooh, that's a big rock, huh? Wow, this camera angle makes me deeply unhappy, but that's fine, I guess. Oh, not this again. Do you remember when we were doing this with the Griffin before? Sure, fine. What is this set piece? Why are you making me run like this? Oh, that feels like... Oh! Okay. I see. I'm supposed to run back here. I'm supposed to run back here when he breathes fire, huh? Sure. So now, run back. Oh, it's bad. Alright, well... Oh, God. Okay. Sure. Wait, no, hold on.
Your power, Arisen. Awaken now in full. Still my heart and lay open the path beyond. This is not fate, nor duty's call. This battle is your own, waged of your own free will.
Okay.
Now, come, Arisen.
I don't really do it on command like that. And we the means to shoot it from the ground. Is there a ballista around here? There is not. Is this a new zone? Appears like it is. Yes, the narrator from Fire Emblem Three Houses and Geralt, David Lodge. Thank you, Memo. Where is this? Sure, okay. Somewhere to the north at the Tainted Mountain. Okay. We can do something about this. Oh! Oh, we didn't need the staff, did we? Oh, nope. Now, I will say, wildly enough, this part, much more compelling and interesting than most Skyrim dragon fights. Fucking, I can see it now. I see... No, please, don't light me on fire!
Heed well this place, Arisen. Know the frailty of the works of man. This hold once stood proud and firm.
Okay. I mean, fair enough, but you are literally a dragon, so all you had to do was break it.
Foolish decision of a man too weak that brought it down.
Is the man too weak in this instance Edmund Dragonsbane? You know what's funny about this? This is very Scarecrow during Arkham, right? Like hiding behind bits of terrain like this. Like, we're not a cover shooter, but we're running from piece of cover to cover. Uh-oh. Nope, fine. Totally fine, actually. Okay. Dragon gonna show up here? Dragon not gonna show up here. Ooh, we are low on stamina. Not awesome, it has to be said, but it's something. Dragon fight from Witcher 2. Yeah. And then all of these ballistae are arranged at the top of this castle. Actually, if Edmund Dragonsbane...
Fight! Cling to life!
If Edmund's Dragonbane was the previous Arisen to fight the dragon, right? And he's the one who is in charge of... Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with you there. He was the one in charge of trying to deal with the dragon previously. Oh, boy. This actually makes a lot of sense. I also can't help but wonder, is this partially what inspired like some of the mechanics in Heaven's Ward. But like, also on the flip side, right? What else are you to do when fighting a dragon who can fly above you other than shoot cannon and or ballistae and or siege equipment, right? Sure.
Pitiable wingless human, return to the earth.
Yeah, so they said you have to get to the heart. Oh, actually, can we... No, we can't. I was gonna see if we could, like, climb on the underside of it, but no.
Your very heart rests here within me.
Sure. The QuickTime events of the stick waggling, I really hope that's been removed from Dragon's Dogma 2.
Reclaim that which you have lost. Take back your life, the surge of blood that tethers you to this world. It awaits you, Arisen, yearning here within me.
Now, what they're doing here, like, thematically, I understand, and I think it's brilliant. This is way too much time to spend slowly crawling up the back of a dragon. Is it because I'm heavy load? Like, I don't know. Each... I don't understand, because it's sort of implying that I want to get up here, right? That's how I'm interpreting the glow. But I can't... Did we just lose? Okay, I've got feelings about this segment. Mesvia has given us the hot 10-minute warning, so we're gonna try this one more time. What am I supposed to be doing here?
Return to the earth.
Get to the glowy bit and stab? That's what I thought it was supposed to be, but it felt like the game was not allowing me to climb up it.
Your life, your very heart rests here within me. Reclaim that which you have lost. Take back your life, the surge of blood that tethers you to this world. It awaits you, Arisen, yearning here within me.
No, it just, the climb animation is just that aggravating, huh? Sure, okay. You sense great danger with every fiber of your being. Is that because I jumped inside a dragon's mouth? My fiber of my being is really great at detecting these things. Nope, never mind.
The hour for turning back is past. The world will have its answer. You or me. Death or life beyond.
Where have you guys been?
Give your all here and now. Such is the contest you have chosen.
All right, we are not going to finish this.
Have you come so far to be stricken with cowardice, Arisen?
No, your segment is just a little bit silly. I gotta be real with you, bestie.
Beyond this moment, for those this battle you have begun sits at the very heart of all creation.
This has big... You're about to flood the arena with fire breath energy, right?
With your footsteps.
Nope. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Are we just supposed to try and strike him from range to the best of our ability? Is that everything? Is there a ballista nearby? Oh, there might be one in the ruins of this tower over here, huh? No, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here, Mesphia, just because this segment feels quite finale-ish, and we'll go ahead and pick it back up from here next time. They've got to have given us a checkpoint at some point. This tower was worthless. Am I supposed to climb up this tower? But either way, yeah. Next time we're gonna finish Grigori and your sweet boy Elish, and it's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be totally fine. Is that fireball for me? It's not for me. That fireball's not for me. That one's not for me. This one is. So we'll go ahead and finish Grigori next time. I've got a lot of feelings about what's happening on a narrative pace, but gameplay-wise, I'm still enjoying the heck out of it. Hey, we're gonna go on a quick break, and when I return, we're gonna be doing P12S proc. See you all very soon. Bye.